Are you tired of chasing leads and getting ghosted? Imagine having an automated system that nurtured every lead for you without you having to lift a finger. In today's video, I'm going to show you how to automate your lead follow-up with workflows in GoHighLevel so that you can convert more leads into paying clients while you focus on what matters most, and that is growing your business. So if you want to learn more, keep watching. Hey everybody, welcome back to my channel, Learning Go High Level with Jacob. I'm a marketing expert with over 17 years of marketing experience, and I've had my own marketing firm for over 13 years. And in this channel, I teach you everything you need to know on how to master high level and how to grow your business and to make money from high level. So if you want to see more content like this, go ahead and subscribe to my channel, give this video a like, hit that notification bell so you're notified every time I release new content. And if you want to get access to high level yourself to try out, you can actually use my affiliate link in the description below to get a 30-day free trial instead of the 14-day free trial that high level gives you themselves. And if you're looking to upgrade your plan, you can still use my affiliate link as long as you're upgrading, and you'll get access to all of my resources and the training that we offer. And you'll also get a one-on-one call with me to make sure you're in the right direction to be able to use this for your business and to make money with high levels. So if you want that, go ahead and click that link below and let's dive into today's material. All right, so today we're talking about creating an automated system or workflow to follow up with leads. And we're going to be doing that in high level. And this is super important because most people think they have a lead generation problem. In my opinion, most people have a lead capture or a lead nurture or follow-up problem. It is amazing to see, no matter what industry I've been in, especially real estate, where I have seen agents pay thousands of dollars a month to generate leads, but they don't call them or they don't have a system to follow up with these leads. Remember, speed to lead is a real thing. It is important for you to get in contact with that lead as soon as possible. So no matter if you're trying to help your clients get more leads, no matter what business you're in, or if you're trying to get clients for your high level SaaS plan, it's important that you immediately follow up with them because people don't have long attention spans. They're quickly going to move on to something else. And in this world we live in, if people can't get the information or can't get booked for an appointment really quick, then they're going to move on to the next thing that's giving them that information. So it's very important that you follow up with lead. In the real estate world, we would tell people if you don't call them within 5 to 10 minutes, or you're not getting a touch point out there right away, especially like a text message, you're going to lose that lead. Your conversion rate falls through it's like around 90% that you're not going to be able to convert that lead. Not that you need to be super aggressive, but you need to follow up with that lead. So there's all kinds of methods, whether should you call the lead right away. I have some people that will send out a text message, they'll send out an email, and then the next day they're going to follow up. And in that text message, it'll say, hey, thank you for reaching out. We'd love to work with you. Feel free to schedule an appointment. We'll put the appointment link in there, link that to a calendar, and then all of that we'll schedule a call for them to follow up the next day. So that way they know so-and-so is following up, because most people, when they fill out a lead magnet, they know they're going to get called right away. So that kind of helps reverse the psychology. They're already defensive, but you need to have some type of touch point to interact with them, to give them some information, and then you need to nurture them. Sometimes it takes 8 to 10 touch points to convert a lead into a client. So we can do this by having an automated system using the automations or the workflows inside of high level to create a touch points, to create drip campaigns, whether that be via voicemail drop. We could also do text messages. We can schedule calls. We can schedule emails, and we're going to do that. So I'm going to show you a basic system on some ways that I do touch points, whether it's doing a reminder for an appointment or doing a drip campaign, and how do you get the messaging for those and know what to do. So I'm going to share all of those tips with you and show you actually how to set it up step by step in high level. And it really doesn't take that long, and this will help you convert clients. My marketing business, my real estate business, my high level business, all is dependent on this to follow up with those people. And it's amazing how 3-6 months later, these people, they come to work with me, they come become a paying client because I stayed in touch with them, I stayed top of mind, and that's what we're gonna do. So let's share my screen and dive into this tutorial. So now we're gonna talk about lead automation and how we can actually convert our leads to paying clients. So I'm gonna show you some different samples. We're gonna use real estate industry, all of those things, just to kind of show you a workflow. And then I'm going to show you how to create one from scratch. So Any automations that we do, so a drip campaign, smart campaign, whatever you want to call it, lead nurture, lead follow-up, can all be done in here. Okay. And you would just create a workflow. I like to organize them into different workflows, whether it's a calendar automation, if it's a drip campaign, so we can find them easy. But you just come over here and say create workflow. They do have some recipes that are done. So, you know, abandoned shopping cart, based on orders, delivery status, you know, Facebook comments. Trying to find some more. Frequently asked questions, reply, Google Business Messaging, those type of things. Okay. We'll do a whole nother video on AI follow-up, but what I want to show you is you can start from scratch. You can also import one from a campaign. And then this is what it looks like. And it's like workflow. So if you never worked with a workflow, to me, they're extremely easy because the visual shows you the path of the action. So let me show you one that's already put together. Here, this is somebody that's looking to buy a home. So you can apply this whether you're trying to sell SaaS or whatever, set up something for a client. And you come in here, you're going to have a trigger. So if you're new to workflows or any type of automations, kind of like Zapier or, you know, your lead follow-up, everything has to have a trigger. So the workflow needs to start either you have a workflow that triggers that workflow, or you have it triggered based on user interaction or how you update the contact. Okay. You can add as many triggers as you want. So if any one of those happens, then it triggers this workflow. So for me, I wanted to put into this one that the contact has changed because we switched it. It was a new lead and it was a buyer lead because we want to nurture the buyer. So think about this. If you have a course, an online course or a product, you can say, hey, when a new lead comes in and they were interested in this product, maybe they came from a specific ad or a specific type of content that you were putting up, a specific page on your website or a specific form, and that form tags them a certain way, you can do that as well. You can also have this be with a specific tag. So let's look at a couple options here. So I can come through here and say when somebody is tagged a certain way. So when a contact is tagged, and then I can set the filter and then set that either a tag was added or removed. So this is great too for future use. Like if you need to remove somebody, you can just delete a tag and then it removes them from the group or anything like that. So you can do tag added, and then you would select what the tag or tags. You can do multiple. So we could do closed. We can create a new tag, but you can have multiple. If you do put multiple here, it's going to make sure that it has at least one of those tags. Okay. So that's how you can add triggers. There's all kinds of other triggers. Contact has changed, created, they were tagged, date reminder, a note was added, a note was changed, a task was added, a task reminder, task complete, all kinds of different ones, appointments. Maybe somebody booked into your calendar and you want to do reminder follow-ups about the appointment, okay, which they already have in the recipe. You could do, you know, customer booked appointment. So usually I do appointment status is normal. Then we add filter appointment in calendar. So we'd go find the calendar and then there you go. And you can save that trigger. Okay. So figure out how you want them to change, whether it's a tag or it's a status or a custom field that you create. Once that triggers the workflow, then we can decide what we want to do. Now, depending whether you have a phone number or you're just doing email, or maybe you want to do a voicemail drop, you can do that. Okay. So in real estate, we want to pick up the phone and just call them right away before they find another agent. If you're doing SaaS, I probably would have an email go out or a text message if they gave that, or maybe a voicemail drop. But with this type of service, you'd want to quickly get in contact with them. If you can't respond to that lead within 5 to 10 minutes max, you're probably going to lose that lead or lose that interest, because if they're searching for you, they find you, they're interested, especially if they give up their phone number, they are expecting you to get a hold of them. Okay. So one thing that you can do, and I'll show you, is you can have ChatGPT write your campaigns for you. You just tell it what you want it to do, what type of, you want to do text, phone numbers, phone calls, voicemail drops, and it'll give you the scripting, the emails, the text messages. You can customize them. So once a contact has changed, we're going to have it do something immediately. So we have it immediately add a task. So I think this is highly important. You should first thing have the lead assigned and do a task. If it's just you, you don't have to really worry about that. You can have it automatically assigned to you. But if you want to do like a round robin, you can do that as well, but it's going to look for the contact's assigned user. So you'd want to create another workflow when a new lead comes in, depending on what type of lead, that it gets assigned to somebody. And then that way we can use their email, their name, their signature, and things like that. Okay. So we add the task and then we tell it to wait 5 minutes because we don't want to shoot out a text right away because then it looks like it's a robot. So wait a few minutes where it feels like maybe a human actually wrote it. So we do what they call a time delay. So you can create actions anywhere in this flow, because if we didn't tell it to wait, it would just send out all of this at once. So we want to give it a time delay. So we tell it to wait 5 minutes. Now, some things that you probably want to do that we didn't do in this is you might want to say, hey, I only want to do this Monday through Friday, or I do want to do it Monday through Saturday, but I only want to do it from 9 to maybe 6 at night. Okay. Because you don't want to shoot out a text message at 1 o'clock in the morning. An email, not so much a big deal, but a text message, yeah. And so it can only operate for those window of hours. And then if the text, let's say the 5 minute wait time is 1:05 in the morning, it will hold that until 9 a.m. and then execute that and then continue through the workflow. Okay. So if you want to keep that where you're not messaging somebody or voicemail drop off in the middle of the night, then go for it. Then we send out a text message. So we would come in here, type in SMS, send a text message. Okay. And we'll go over that stuff in a little bit. So we send a text message saying, welcome. We noticed you were browsing our website. How can we help? Okay. And then that way, a lot of people some people don't like to call in the beginning, they like to call the next day. So you could do a voicemail drop. Let's say we wanted to do a voicemail drop. So it's a little less aggressive. So we could come in here and go voicemail drop like this, voicemail, and then we drop our file and then that voicemail can be dropped. Okay. Now, then I would automatically have a text message go out that says, hey, sorry we missed you. I left you a voicemail. If there's anything I can do, please don't hesitate to give me a call or respond to this text message. And then you could go on. Then we tell it to wait a day. Then we send out an email. So same thing, you would just come in here, click this, type in email, send email, and so on. Okay. And then we just go through, and then I just label this wait 1 day, and then I label the day number, day 3, day 5, day, what on. And this in the real estate, we nurture them for 6 months. Okay. Now you could create an email sequence of things. So if let's say you're selling SaaS software and you want to target, a massage therapist, you would not only say, hey, we'd love to schedule this demo with you, put the demo link in there, text them, email, do it, a voicemail drop, but also talk about the ways that you can help them. Hey, are you having a hard time getting enough appointments scheduled? Well, with the power of AI, we can have them automatically schedule appointments for you, especially if you're a small business. So you can touch those pain points and have a drip campaign go through there. And again, I'll show you how to come up with that messaging. But this is just rotating between text, email, and calling. And then you can see the whole thing here. You can also add if statements. They do this in the missed call text back. I highly recommend you take that because you can also add like an if else statement where if the user says something, let's say on this text, we can come here and say if else, okay? And then we can create a branch, like a negative, a positive, and then you can say how the user responds. User, hold on. I think it's reply. So there's replies with text messages, there's replies with phones. Based on how the user replies, you can determine whether it's negative, positive. If they ask for certain keywords, you can do it in the conversation. And I'm trying to find it for you. It is under... Actually, I'll just show you this. This is the missed call text back that GoHighLevel gives you. So you basically send them a message, waiting, 5 seconds. Are they interested? And then you say, wait for reply, or 1 day. So you can tell it, hey, reply to SMS interested. So that'd be that text message. So you would reply to one of those steps. And then it would say, you would do a condition, so an if else, and then contact replied message, contact replied true. If they replied, okay, obviously if they didn't reply, it doesn't do anything because they're waiting for them to reply. If they replied, you can say, was it positive? So you would come in here, intent type is positive or negative. So if it's positive, reply, send them the sales call link, all of that. So you can play around with the communications. Now with the AI bot, it's even better, that you can implement those things, but in a basic pipeline, this would be great. But this is their missed call text back auto reply. So take a look at that. So, and then the way we have ours set up here that I'll show you, because I want to show you a couple other things. Sorry. Let me zoom back out here. And then I don't know why this is still showing. There we go. All right. So you can zoom in and out here, if you want it to be bigger, smaller, see everything. Now, this goes through. So a couple of things. If you're going to have the same email address and phone number used, you could just go to settings and set the default name, email address, and phone number. You can select it from there, from the available phone numbers that you have. If it's going to be dynamic, you can also put like the assigned user. So you could say appointment, assigned user, full name, email address, and the from email. Or you can specify if you need to in each one of these. You'll be able to put the actual phone number. You'll be able to put the actual email address, from name, from email, or you can use the fields here. It's usually easier to do dynamically from here, but if each one is going to be different, then you can set them individually. So that's how I would do that. I want to keep this very simple. We'll do some more strategies for it, but I also just want to show you, like if you're in here, you would set your trigger. Let's say user was tagged. We'll just create a fake tag here. So user was tag added. We'll say closed. Okay. And then maybe they're closed and I want to send them to get a review. So we could text them. So we could do SMS. We would add that there. Then we put the message, test message. You can add in your message, you can add custom values. You can add the contact's name. The user would be the person assigned to them or the default user account, their appointments, their calendars, messages, all of the custom values that you assigned, all of that stuff can be put in here. So you can say, hi, come over here, hit custom value, contact, because it'll be assigned to that contact, first name, so you don't have to remember their name. So you can add that. You can even send yourself a text message or email to look at that. Same thing with email. You would come in there and do that. And then you would just keep building your workflow the way you want it. Just remember, if you don't put a wait, so if we don't put this and tell it to wait so many minutes, hours, or days, or if you need maybe something, you want to wait till an hour before the appointment, 24 hours before the appointment, or whatever it is, you can do that. But if you don't do the wait, it's just going to keep going through that sequence. Okay. So super important to remember, there is AI to help you with certain tasks and functions. ChatGPT's AI is even better with helping you with workflows and telling you how to do them in GoHighLevel. So use that as well. Now, one thing to note is How do you want them to be able to get in this workflow again? So you can turn that on and off. Do you want them to be allowed to have multiple opportunities and workflows? And do you want it to stop on response? So we, on a majority of our campaigns, if they reply to the email or they reply to the text message, I want it to automatically stop, because that means it's an active lead. They're responding. Now it's time for me to take over, because I don't want to keep repitching the same thing to them if they're starting to ask questions. Okay. So use that. Do you want to wait for the steps in your time zone or their time zone? You can specify a time window for all of those steps. You don't have to do it each individually as well. And then you can set all of that. So name your workflow, click save, make sure you save every time. And then when you're ready to publish it, hit publish. So that's the basics of how you'll do that. And then it's as simple as going to ChatGPT, which I'll pull up here, and just going to it and saying that you need help. So I want to create a drip campaign for those who are looking to use my white labeled GoHighLevel platform called High5 Connect. When they submit their info to watch a demo or to get more info, I want to have a sequence of touch points for 90 days. I am focusing on the massage industry, so content needs to be about how our platform can help them automate their business with AI and help them grow with this all-in-one marketing tool and CRM. Okay, so we do something like that. I want 5 daily touch points in the beginning, and then I want to follow up once a week for the first month, and then once a month after that. This should nurture them for 90 days. I spelled nurture wrong, white labeled wrong. So let's do that. Have a call to action to schedule a demo or a free consultation. And let's do that. And from there, you're just going to have to refine, because sometimes it will give you the idea of what to do. And if it does that, that's fine. You just say, you copy that and say, hey, go write me content for this. Well, look, here's an immediate follow-up. So you just go into day 1. It says, welcome, ready to automate and grow your massage business. Thank you for your interest in High5 Connect, the all-in-one marketing platform built for massage therapists like you with AI-powered automations, online booking. So it's giving you exactly what to do. And then you have a follow-up text to go out. And then day 2 and day 3. So it will give you the information. Just remember, with ChatGPT, it's like an assistant. You have to keep telling it what you like, what you don't like. It'll get to know you, but it can write out your whole entire campaign. And then you can go tweak it to make sure it's something that you would say, or that actually relates to your business. Or if you have ideas of, information or helpful material you want to send out for the campaign, then you could do that. But this is super important because your leads are getting nurtured, and we want to make sure that everything is helpful content with value so they won't unsubscribe. And again, we want to keep pushing them back to getting onto a call with you or sending them back to your website to purchase the product or service that you're offering. So Hope this was helpful. Again, just get started. Start off with a small, monthly one that you can build on and see what works and what doesn't work. And again, in another video, we'll show you how to kind of integrate AI so it can answer these questions automatically for you or your clients. So that way they're not having to have a full-time staff all the time and they're not missing any potential leads that could turn into paid clients. All right, so I hope you found that information helpful. It's my goal in every video to give you something that you can walk away with today to either master high level or to grow your business. So if you have any questions about what I went over, drop those down in the comments below. If you need help, feel free to schedule a consultation with me. We have both free and paid. We also provide coaching services for high level or for this to customize for your business. And on top of that, if you want to get access to high level, you've been contemplating it, go ahead and use my affiliate link down below. You can get 30-day free trial, be able to start this business with no risk. And on top of that, it's a lot longer trial than what high level gives because they only give a 14-day trial on their website. So go ahead and use that link. You can also use that link to upgrade it. So maybe you're going from the 97 to 297 or the 297 to 497. You can actually use my affiliate link and then be able to participate in all the resources that I have and the one-on-one call with me. So if you want to do that, go ahead and click that link down below in the description. And again, if you want to keep seeing more content like this, support my channel by subscribing, giving this video a like, and hitting that notification bell. And I will see you guys in the next video.